Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Here we go. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And roaming the sideline for tonight's game, our Allie LaForce. And here we go, the battle between conferences. It's the East versus West, where the Charlotte Hornets will be looking to make a statement. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one. A year ago, they each gained a victory at home and couldn't secure a win on the road.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
And there's the foul. It's on Coulibaly. That's his first foul. And here is Butler. Golden State moving the ball around. 5 to shoot. Here's Curry. Rebounded by Jackson. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Outside Jackson. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
They don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
It's good.
Excellent touch by Stephen Curry. What a smooth offensive player.
And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring, has given them another look offensively.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give Jimmy Butler a lane. He's going to make you pay.
Now, here's Ball. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And the dunk by Porzingis.
Just fundamental basketball from Kristaps Porzingis. Establish yourself inside and finish with the jam.
Back to Ball. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, it's Curry outside. Drains it from beyond the arc. Curry's got 5 now.
It's so quick, and Curry's so elusive. This is what makes him such a tough cover, folks.
The timeout called by Charles Lee. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Jackson with the screen. Lets it go from deep. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Jackson's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for Charlotte. Greg, you talk about some players passing the eye test. LaMelo is one of those guys.
I mean, everything he does looks so easy with how he moves, and the numbers back up what the eye sees. He raises the level of his team whenever he's on the court.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, guys. Stephen Curry is nearing the finish line. He said every year there's some new style, new energy coming through that challenges you. And seeing these young dudes come up and understanding how much talent there is, this is not going to be around forever. So enjoy every moment of it. Guys, back to you.
Thanks a lot, Allie. Now, here's ball. Robert Covington unable to get his last shot to go. On the wing, Jackson. Just 4 to shoot. And the dunk by Jackson.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Pass the Butler. Outside for Curry. And another 3 for Golden State.
Ideally, you want to chase Stephen Curry off the three-point line, but folks, it is not as easy as you might think.
Now Jackson. Fires from deep. A three-pointer is right on target. Jackson's got 11 points.
You can see the team is just continuing to call his number. Until the defense figures it out, it ain't going to change.
Curry can't get it to go. Now Ball gets it off. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Hornets lead 15. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hornets.
Straight away, they've opened things up offensively with skillful passing, running smart plays, and just setting guys up for success.
Well, also, guys, what a start from beyond the arc. A huge part of their game today. That's going to help their spacing.
Now, here's Moody. Launches a 3. The shot by Curry, no good. Hornets leading by 5. Ball surveying the defense. Jackson has the open look. Hands it from downtown. Jackson's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Hornets. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
How about the execution inside by Green? He's excellent at knowing when to attack down low.
Jackson drives in, and Jackson throws it down hard.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the game here.
For Kristaps Porzingis, we know this guy has all-star level talent. For him, it's about staying healthy. At 7'3", if he's able to stay away from injuries, this guy is a big-time threat.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And a timeout called by Charles Lee. He's going to make some adjustments to the game plan. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. Here's Ball. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark right now. He's averaging about 19 points a game. That one falls.
And Bosh's coaches, as well as his teammates, encourage him to stay confident on offense. They know how dangerous the rookie can be.
Now, here's Butler. Pass to Whiteside. Here's White. Shot clock at 6. Misses the 3. Hornets leading by 7. quarter two and just under 2.5 minutes gone by.
Yeah, you can see the impressive vertical of LaMelo. This guy gets to the cup and slams it home.
Here's Whiteside. Bosh grabs the miss. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Charlotte Hornets. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Doris, you were a great ball handler in your day. So with that in mind, do you think players are carrying the ball too much now?
Kev, this is such a hot topic. Carrying the basketball is when the ball ends up directly on the palm. The closest we get to that is what we call the hang dribble from players. They're trying to extend the possession so that they can read the defense. To me, that's the only point of concern.
And a timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. .152 left to play here in the second quarter. Outside, Ball. Pass to Salon. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Salon's got the lead up to 12 now for the Hornets. Outside, Curry. Kicks it out to Covington. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And it didn't fall, but that's the kind of shot they want their offense to create.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot. The Warriors have come a long way during the Curry era. Draymond Green said, quote, "We built this thing up from the laughingstock of the NBA. I take a great deal of pride in that. I think about this organization like it's mine. If the Warriors win the championship 10 years from now, that's our championship, period." Back over to you, Kevin.
Okay, thank you, Allie. There's a good screen. Pass to Ellis. Here's Salon. Here's the three. And another three for Charlotte.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Up top, Curry. He's got 14. Lets the three fly. That one doesn't go. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets. Their lead at 15 going into the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. And don't go away. We'll be right back. Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Now here's Curry. Here's Covington.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Where was the defense? No help. You can't afford to give up these kinds of buckets.
Outside, Bryant. Back to Ball. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
LaMelo, one of those guys at the top of the list in terms of excitement. This guy is capable of the spectacular.
Ball hits them both.
This is definitely not the guy to foul. He loves getting to the free throw line.
There's a screen by Covington. Oh, Curry, so accurate from three-point range.
Doing it like only he can. Stephen Curry's accuracy is something to watch.
Jackson down low. And easy 2 points on the layup. Jackson's got 15 points.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Ball with a wide-open look. Bangs home the trifecta. He's got 11.
LaMelo Ball able off the dribble to get into that jumper so fluidly there.
There's a screen by Covington. Outside, Porzingis. Back to Curry. Over Coulibaly. The shot by Curry, no good.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Now Ball. After Jimmy Butler missed from long range. And Ball slams it in.
Wow, LaMelo is always a tough matchup, but tonight almost impossible.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Only their first turnover of the game, taking terrific care of the basketball.
Warriors trailed by 19. And Stephen Curry with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Ball from long range. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Now here's Porzingis, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Porzingis has got 7.
Add that to the repertoire of moves on the interior. KP doing work.
Outside Bryant. And it's the Warriors on the break. Pass to Butler. 1:12 left in the third. Fires from the corner. The rebound by Bryant. Hornets leading by 20. Left side, Ball. Salon. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 11 points in the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Pass to Bowen. Six on the shot clock. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
You know, didn't need 2 hands for that slam. One will do just fine.
You're right. He can save the other hand for the next time. Now here's Jackson. Goodbye, Porzingis. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
And between his footwork and height, Jackson is a tough matchup for defenders. Here he takes full advantage and draws the foul.
So both teams changing it up here. 26 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. And the jam by Whiteside.
And just running the offense, White's that new breed of combo guard who can do a little bit of everything.
Ball with it. Still scoreless. Pass to Salon. Back to Ball. 1 second left. Count that one.
Well, overall, they're the team getting the better looks here in this second half.
And I think what's happening is they're getting their shots within the flow of their offense, and you can clearly see the difference.
LaMelo Ball getting it done for the Hornets. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by. Pass to Salon. Bosh, the screen. 3-pointer. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And And then Bosh with the jam.
Oh, enthusiastic jam there by the rookie. Bosh letting them know he can do it all.
Here's the screen. Here's Podziemski. Off target from outside. Pass to Salon. And again, it's Charlotte with a three.
I am simply blown away by his accuracy. He has made every shot, and what's most important, his team is winning.
Now here's White. Inside to end the run. A shot by Podziemski, no good. And so it's Charlotte with it. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. And Ball slams it in.
What I like here, even with the big lead, they continue to execute their offense.
And that, to me, is a sign of excellent coaching. There's an attention to detail. There is valuing of every possession.
An assertive offensive player. White knows he has the green light to rise and fire.
Pass to Salon. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, the Warriors pull it in. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Here's Moody. No good from outside.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
And there's the whistle that goes on Kobe White. That's his first foul. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Now, Ball. After the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Pass to Salon. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Salon's got 13 points here in the second half alone. Down low. Outside for Curry. Back to Covington. Ball with the rebound.
Nothing more important than contesting layups and dunks. A great job defensively.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Charlotte.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And so this will now translate to 14 wins on the season.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
Here are the Hornets with the ball. They're on an 18-3 run. Outside, Ball. Here's Salon. Charlotte moving it around. And another 3 for Charlotte.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Yeah, playing with great energy and great effort. And as a coach, you'd love to see this from your team every single night.
Back to Curry. Pass to Covington. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Since Covington has arrived in the league, he has come such a long way in his overall game. Great interior work there.